I had a reoccurring dream many times when I was a child. Perhaps to this day, it explains why I'm afraid of water. I can't be 100% positive of that. But when a dream reoccurs to you so many times between the ages of 3 and 15, you can't help but begin to think it means something. It might sound corny or hokey to some people, but it's something that seriously bothered me for a large portion of my life. Now on to the dream. It's been many years, so I might not recall it so perfectly. In this dream, I was walking down a beaten path in the forest with two little boys. I'm pretty sure in this dream, I was their nanny or something like that. They looked a lot like people I had met in the future, but I'm aware that nothing bad has happened to them to this day. But anyhow, the two boys were leading me down this path, telling me there was a beautiful lake and they wanted to go swimming. Alright guys, but I can't swim, I responded. It's okay, we can teach you, the younger one exclaimed excitedly. It's okay, I'll just watch, I politely declined. Seeing the lake come into view, the younger boy stripped off his shirt and dove in. I had a feeling of dread overcome me for a moment, and I wasn't quite sure why. What's the matter, Miss C? I'll refer to myself as Miss C in this story for the sake of simplicity and not revealing my identity. The boy clearly saw color drain out of my face. Nothing, I'm just worried about your brother. Do you want me to go check on him? I was about to tell him not to, but the boy dove in before I could speak against it. I watched and watched, and the younger of the two was swimming around the water's surface without a care in the world, and then he dove under. I checked my watch and they'd been under there for far too long, but I didn't see any bubbles or any signs of drowning. Maybe this was just a trick? Maybe there was a passageway or something that was beneath the water that I couldn't see? Nevertheless, I wasn't about to leave without them, despite the fact that I couldn't swim. I jumped onto the lake. Something wasn't right. I was struggling, hardly able to keep myself afloat by doggy paddling. I hated being in the water. My foot brushed against something cold. It felt like a stone. Was that a hand? No, it was far too stiff. Perhaps it was a statue that someone dumped into the lake. But soon I realized that I couldn't kick my feet around. My legs refused to move as they grew unbearably heavy. I began to panic, and in that panic, I could hardly even doggy paddle anymore. Instead, my arms began flailing helplessly, and the weight of my legs began to cause me to sink. I gasped for breath and started to drift off beneath the surface of the water. I saw both boys turn to see me, mouths agape in terror, now frozen that way for eternity. It wasn't only them, but there were several others petrified in the same manner. Looking down at my legs, I realized I was meeting the same fate. I was turning into stone, unable to warn anybody about what that lake could do to them. At this point, I always woke up. I hated this dream, and I always thought it was trying to tell me something. To this day, I'm still afraid of water. Every time I see a realistic statue of a child, I can't help but stare at it, wondering if such lake exists somewhere.
What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Miss Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, stay pretty.